Let's get cracking!
Welcome back, everybody, here to our coverage of the D2CL. I'm your host for the English live stream tonight, Toby1, bringing you game number 2 of Pain Gaming up against Sneaky Nick's Assassins. After Sneaky Nick's Assassins looked like they were dead to rights, they held on, they fought back with some wonderful juking, some wonderful team fights coming their way, and then just one went horribly wrong. And well, the push happened, and Pain Gaming come out with a 1-game advantage now here in our 2-game series. We will get ourselves straight in here to game number 2. So, Pain Gaming will be Centaur and Viper together. We'll have the Brewmaster and the Nature's Prophet here for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. So, split push is back right now for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. Chaos fighting with the Brewmaster as well. While Viper and Centaur, it's stable again. The Centaur did some, I'm going to say some heavy work for Pain Gaming in the last fights. Like, they were always looking for that opening. They won't be allowed to have the Doombringer in this game, however. TC has made sure that has been removed out, while the Razor, Death Prophet, standard bans, and the Lycan Skywrath made. So, actually, don't know if the Skywrath was 100% essential, but it works nonetheless, and actually opens up the pool for Sneaky Nick's Assassins, because now there's no Skywrath and there's no Doom to control the Brewmaster. The only other thing which was available was something like a Puck. You could have some, obviously, some Silence Heroes, or you just get the jump initiation in with a Hoof Stomp. That's one way to get around him. But that Brewmaster is probably going to have a pretty high chance of getting the ulti off in every single engagement here. But Pain Gaming, their third pickup is now. So, who do they want to try and go with here? Probably a support hero is going to be a nice thing. They might have to look towards their offlane. They've also got to look to a way they can catch out the Brewmaster and the Nature's Prophet. The Centaur actually can do that anyway, because you got a Blink Dagger, so you should be able to chase down the Nature's Prophet. Most Prophets these days are not going Blink Dagger Prophets. Not until at least the very later portion of the game, and that's only when you got the extra money up your sleeve.
Reserve time.
And the Brewmaster, oh, sure, he'll have Blink Dagger, but he's using its Blink Dagger to jump in, not hide in the trees. Alright, so Pain Gaming. Oh, they're taking some long time, even almost all of their reserve time to get this last hero selection. It's going to be a Rubik pickup. Interesting. Very interesting.
Dire team pick.
The synergy with the Centaur's not too shabby. It's a hold-in. So early on, you don't always need to have that Blink Dagger. That's only if Rubik gets close. It's a nice way of stopping the early push power, because with the Fade Bolt, you can drag the creep wave away from the tower. It won't stop the Nature's Prophet army from attacking, because obviously they're still controlled by the Nature's Prophet. And then you have Shadow Shaman then just throwing down mass Serpent Wards. So he'll attack whoever he wants. He'll attack, whoever he wants to with those wards. And the Earthshaker from Pain Gaming. Really feels like a lot of teamfight control. The Earthshaker, however, could get really zoned out. Unless that Centaur ulti timing is going to be perfect. So Sneaky Nick's. Who do you want to try and couple up with this? You've already got the Shaman, the Prophet, and the Brewmaster, so potentially you could just look at a full push power.
5 seconds remaining.
Like, that's one way you could approach this. If you're going to do that, then you're going to need a lot more than a Shadow Shaman. It's actually not as bad to go for like the Enchantress in this game, which I was mentioning before, like one of Fluff and Stuff's favorite heroes. Maybe not always the greatest hero in the world, but for pushing power in this matchup, it may really be exactly what you're searching for. But you're going to need to still have enough to breach the high ground. Which means that last hero is going to be someone that can either chip from the low ground, which is kind of like a Chikiro kind of pickup, or the Pugna, or something else. The Brewmaster can cause the chaos, but Pain Gaming can really be caught on their heels. Of course, though, this is all circumstantial. In the last game, I thought, hey, Sneaky Assassins had a great draft because you can go full aggro tri-lane, you can push them back, you can force the issue, and they would be punished for their greed for running a Doombringer. But that never happened. In this game, they don't have to do the same kind of thing because the greed isn't there from Pain Gaming. They got good lane controls, so it's really not that much to worry about. It's just, yeah. I don't know if Sneaky Assassins really want to try and force any issues here. They could sit back, they could farm up, and then they believe in their split push. But if they do that, I got a funny feeling that the Viper and the Centaur are going to outlast that Brewmaster ultimate. The Rubik and Earthshake are going to cause a lot of problems for the other supports of Sneaky Assassins. And Pain Gaming just come out on top. That's the potential right there. So, VS is the pickup. So, controlling hero and someone that will cause problems for the Centaur when they run in. Nice aura as well for when you push down the towers. Maybe it's going to be one of those Luna games for SNA. It could be a Luna game. With the VS aura combined together, they try and force up high ground. It's not exactly the chip damage I'm searching for. But it's two really good controlling heroes from SNA. These guys can roam around and try and find a lot of ganks.
Reserve time.
It won't be the easiest thing in the world, but...
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, Pain Game is thinking the same thing I am. They take out that Luna. Take out that Luna as quickly as they possibly can. So everyone also knows too, we have 2 live streams now going for Join Dota. So if you're staying here, thank you very much. Nice to have you here in a Daily Motion live stream for Pain versus SNA. But we also have Complexity playing up against Gerg over on JD Red. So if you do want to watch multiple live streams, head yourself over to joindota.com and you'll find the live stream link up there in the top right hand corner in our live and upcoming box. We'll also be live a lot tomorrow for iLeak. We have VP versus Tongfu. That's coming up in 10 hours time. Mon Capitalis will be casting that game. The Pugna banned by SNA. So they're removing Pain's ability to actually push. That's probably also going to mean we've got a high mana intensive hero coming up as the last one.
Naga Siren.
And Naga Siren.
Radiant team pick.
If SNA don't win this really early on, like I'm talking like 25 minutes, you go high ground. This game is in a lot of trouble for them. Pain Gaming can stall them up. Pushing high ground even up against Pain Gaming is difficult enough.
10
If that Naga Sleep is up, Fissures will cause you problems, Fade Bolts will cause you problems.
5 seconds.
And more than likely that mech from Viper won't take too long to get up and running. They need to heavily win their lanes.
Reserve
or
time.
they win on push.
10 seconds remaining.
That's got to be the goal right now. That's got to be the goal.
5 seconds remaining.
Ember Spirit.
And Ember Spirit. Are they really going to try and battle them on the split push? The control for damage is really nice. The mid lane is also quite, I don't even say questionable. Depending who they run there, depends on how successful the Viper could be. I kind of want to see, yeah, it's a TC Ember. So they ensure the farm on him. Then he's going to have a lot of damage. He's a nice way of cleaning up the Naga Siren. This really does feel like a mid to late game kind of like timing for SNA. Like if that Luna wasn't banned out, they would have been pushing it a little bit earlier on. And they would have been very happy with the Luna up against the Naga Siren. And because the Naga Siren was also being picked up and it looks like Pain were planning on that one, the Luna was actually a great ban out on 2 ways. To stop the auto stack from Nyx Assassins. And to also stop the glaive clearance. Because that would have caused a lot of problems for the Naga Illusions when they're trying to push. So, very smart as far as the bans come from Pain Gaming. As they get their Naga now inside the game, we can get ourselves started on this. So everyone is in. Everyone appears to be on, like, also the heroes you'd expect them to be on. The only thing is just this extra, like, Ix Mike 88. It's just an offlane Nature's Prophet. I always look at his name and I always look for a support hero. It's just because of his old days. But they're going to try and come out and fight now. A little bit of tree scout to start with. And then you just head towards offlane. Observer Ward and boots only with 175 gold up his sleeve. I don't know if he's expecting to see just a Centaur up on this top lane, but he will most definitely have a Naga, ES. The ES as well as the Rubik's not that great for harassing him down, but if that fissure connects, then you are in a lot of trouble. But right now, the Earthshakers doesn't want any part of that. He's heading down towards the bottom lane. Observer Ward, he's gonna, okay, it's just a defensive one on top of the bottom rune area. Don't come too far, just see a little bit, see a little bit over. And your fissure block the bottom. Misclick. What are you doing, little chickie? This is possibly one of the cutest couriers in the world. Ah, Curry, come back here. Come back here. Look at him go. It's the eyes. It really, it's the eyes.
30 seconds to
And
battle.
there's a little toy that's on the back of him. A little bally, smoky kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway. He's bringing the other observer ward up towards the top lane. So that'll be there for Baja to hand one of his ironwood branches over. Yeah, looks like Ned's just going to do a simple block. If he gets himself a range ancient area, maybe he might be... Ooh, yeah, that'll work. There's fluff and stuff just hovering around the bottom rune.
Begins.
The rune will be controlled by Nyx Assassins, hence the most useless one of all. The regeneration rune. While Baja gets scouted out by the treants up on this top lane. Drops the sentry ward down. A little bit too far over. In fact, it's actually a little high up as well. Normally you look for observer wards here or down here. Potentially also where he planted his own observer ward. But just put it over on the side instead. So he isn't actually visible because the ward's a little bit deeper. It blocks the pull camp. So there's no way for the Rubik to pull down.
Denied.
And it also spots when they do go for that. And Baja just sends another set of treants up there. It's blocking his pull spot. That's all these treants are meant to be doing. He sends 2 up because he just knows that 1 probably won't be enough. Looks like bottom lane 2, Nell. Throwing out the damage into Fluff. Ned, sorry. What am I calling him Nell for? Dropping Fluff down to 200 life points. Not a lot to really regenerate with. It's going to take all of his Tango charges to come back up again. Well, TC wants to keep that farm coming in on the bottom lane. 1 for 3 so far, but the creep wave's now finally arrived at the tower. It's got to time it right, and he's good to go. Well, up on top lane, Prophets actually managed to pick up now 3. Well, actually, that looked almost like 3 for 1. It's 2 for 1. That's being harassed out a little bit by the Shadow Shaman. This works for Nyx Assassins. They're stopping the pull point again. You'll see Mike's at another treant up in a moment. He's probably deny this little sucker as well before he gets picked off. Yeah, there it is. And try and do direct harassment to the Naga Siren. He's got a lot of armor up his sleeve, so it's very difficult for Prophet to get this damage into her. Next set of treants won't make it in time. So the 2-minute camp will spawn here for Baja. But he's also kind of having to stay on this lane. Mike's winning on the DPS battle. And only having 1 clarity in a set of tangos is going to allow him, because he's not really losing much of it. This will allow him to be able to... He's going to interrupt the pull point. I already got the D wards, so they got the camp on the side. But it's going to land by face boots. Which means winning on the straight DPS battle here is quite possible. The Rubik doesn't really do that much damage early on. Okay, this is the way. Treants still going to move down. The other Treants were too far away. I think Mike was too focused on getting the CS in the lane. And now... well, that's your first blood. Spot the Flying Brewmaster. He's going to give himself some space to then bottle up. The Centaurs come up towards his top lane as well. Level 2 on the Centaur. And the Brewmaster's bailing out. Ned's still the only one down here on the bottom lane. As the Centaur's now like forced to go a jungle Centaur. Not what you want to see out from your Centaur. Fissure, a little bit too early. He doesn't get any of the farm from this. And most of these creeps are actually now going to get denied because of it. The Fissure's actually holding him in position. And in fact, when they get dragged down and over again. Well, that makes life hard. This Viper's having some really good CS in the mid lane up against the Brewmaster, 12 for 0. The Brewmaster's doing better than I thought he was going to. And TC's already 18 for 7 up against the Naga. And TC's got to really have some kind of, well, influence. If he doesn't, then life is going to get really, really difficult for him. So what? We're just being passive in lanes for now. Hey, that little haste during kill. It's wonderful for a Brewmaster. He comes back to mid lane up to level 5 now. I say passive as I now see Earthshaker leaving the bottom lane for the first time. They're picking out because they see Mike almost perfectly here. Attacking through the tree line. The Fidget's going to lock him up here. That's the only way that's going to work, and they got it. The body block from Ned. The Telec's going to drag him back up even further. They instead to make sure he can't TP out. And Pain Gaming get themselves a revenge kill on the off-lane Nature's Prophet. But they did lose their safe lane hero for that. Looks like Centaur as well. So nerfed. He just can't farm. He's just incapable of farming inside this jungle without burning through so many consumables. It doesn't even really make it worthwhile. It's an 808 net worth. And TC being uncontested on this bottom lane means a lot of experience coming his way. And potentially, I'm actually interested to see what he wants to build into. The normal build for an Ember Spirit is still going to be drums. And then you get into your Battle Fury. But with this kind of start, he may even consider going directly into the Battle Fury. Little trouble for the Brewmaster. He cracks level 6 on the creep wave. They weren't ready for that. And now the Shackles. The Brewmaster. Wait, what? Why'd you do that? King Red's going to go down. Come back over. And now attack into the Earthshaker. The Shackles were cancelled. Of Ush. By the Storm Brewling sending him up.
Stop.
And Pain Gaming. They should have known for, like, it was near. But with that one clap and the creep dropping, he cracked level 6. The Brewmaster instant split. And now the mid-solo of Pain goes down, plus the roaming support. And this Earthshaker, 5.5 minutes in, is stuck at level 2. With no boots. Just him. That's an Earthshaker that becomes food. Simple as that. He's just full on food. And you look at his items too, it's nothing but, well, it's 3 consumables and a stick. That's why his net worth is sitting at 249. Ned has nothing to his name, just a shirt on his back. He needs a lot more than that. The fact they gave it 2 kills over to the Brewmaster as well already means your bottle, your treads are up, and your Blink Dagger's not going to be far behind that. While Fluff and Stuff's waiting for the initiation on the bottom lane, the Prophet's going to TP in too, and that's going to force the lane. The Invis Rune on Earthshaker's not going to do anything here. Even the Wave of Terror is able to connect on him. So -3 armor, he'll throw out the Fissure, but TC's got Flame Guard up. He doesn't really care, he doesn't have Sleight of Fist, so he can't chase the kill.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But they have to use Fortification. And just with a simple aura from the VS, and a nice creep wave behind him, this will be the tier 1 tower go on the bottom lane. Another Fissure from Ned, but he's now out of stuns. The Feybolt as well. The tower attempted denial out from Baja.
Bottom tower has fallen.
They won't find their opening. There's also going to be Arcane Boots off cooldown in a moment by the Shadow Shaman. So if everyone wants to regroup back up again for mana, I think, yeah, he said Fluff and Mike. Okay, Fluff doesn't take the mana, Mike will. They take the bottom tower.
Radiant's top tower.
We've got Trez now completed for a Nature's Prophet as well. You get level 4.5 over from the Shadow Shaman, level 4.5 over from the VS. Or roughly that for either of them.
Radiant's top tower is under
And TC's
attack.
able to get a little bit more space to farm up until this. Gank down. There's no telekinesis. The Fissure has to be used. It'll slow down TC. Pick up, throw back, and then fluff us up. Follow-up stunts. There's no double edge. And the Flame Guard's already up, which means Searing Chains into Ned. The Earthshaker is the man to go down. Middle lane, the Wrath of Nature kicking through, but the Brewmaster already's gone again. So they'll pick up another kill. Another 2 kills, in fact. And Nyx Assassin's the one who have the great start. Nugget Siren is still getting a lot of farm up on the top lane, but with all these kills, they're feeding the cause. There's 3 kills now onto a Brewmaster, very close to his Blink Dagger, and Klotz caught out again. Magic Missile, and they'll hold him inside the Sprout. There's no way out. The Hoof Stomp goes completely warped. The visual fly. And Ice Mike 88 taking a lot of damage with the Fable and the tower attacks. He'll get up towards the high ground. He might have to Sprout to keep Ned away. In fact, he will do so. Ned's got 9 stick charges, so he does have enough for a Fissure if he wants to have it, but it's still on cooldown for the moment. Now it's off cooldown. Throw it. He needs the vision. And he's not going to have a gamble. So 6-1. Another pick-off in that mid lane. And the cause of Nyx getting bigger and bigger. And that turnaround the bottom lane, they really just thought it was just the Ember and only the Ember down there. And it will be drums and phase boost now in for TC. So, standard build for an Ember Spirit. But he has this now 8.5 minutes into the game. The one kill, obviously a very useful kind of thing for him. Just helps him push him over the edge with the money. It's a rather expensive item, the drums. It's 1,800 in total. Well, VS now with 1.1k gold on her. Interested to see what Fluff wants to build into. Sonics Mike 88 is now building a Staff of Wizardry, so looks like 4-staff build for himself. Now, where's the mech coming from? It might actually have to be in the hands of... Well, Fluff bought boots. He bought a straight urn. He bought an urn. That's just because there's no mech on the lineup. Unless the Staff of Wizardry is meant to be a Dagon, but that would make no sense in this lineup. Because it's not going to help you in the later portion of the game. It could just be a Staff of Wizardry to go into the Necro books. That's the other option. But you put yourself into a point as an off-plane Nature's Prophet, where you have to go jungle for the moment. I suppose with early tower kills, you can get yourself into the Necro units. You might just be a little bit more concerned about the positioning. You know, smoke movement by Fluff, as well as SNA. He has some money for the Blink Deck now, the Brewmaster, but he wants this kill and then just go to the side shop. That's going to be the goal. Naga does have sleep available. As the Wrath of Nature bounced through, it didn't hit Baja. That's the one they wanted. Magic Missile got to go. It's too late. TP support's coming in. That's going to be the Nature's Prophet, in fact. But the Naga sleep's being used, which means this initiation can work. In fact, they just bring everyone top. The Mass Serpent Wards are up. The Blink Dagger is up. Swap is available. They could earn charges to be filled. And TC has also joined the lane. This is all about injection of money. And IX Mike 88 is going to defend up the mid, and it is a Necro unit. Battle Giant strength is there. If this push works for Nyx Assassins and they get the kills, the momentum of Nyx is going to get really, really difficult to repel for Pain. The Viper's coming back in towards the mid. He's the man building the mech. 300 gold away from it. Now the Brewmaster jumps in, claps, crits once. He will be picked up and thrown back down again, but thrown away from the Hoof Stomp. The Wave of Terror and then the follow-up stun. He's only sitting at 5 armor. They swap him back in a little bit deeper, so Fluff can get that stun off. But still Klotz running away. Another Earth Bruling stun. And the Fissure as well, try and buy the space, but it won't be there. Brewmaster will get the kill. Back to his normal self. 9-1 charge is also available. The Tier 1 tower is still alive for now, but the Centaur's the man to be picked off. And the Tier 1 tower is also claimed. Well, the Shaman's back down towards that bottom lane. Farming up. He's almost actually his Blink Dagger. So a secondary initiation is on the way for Nyx Assassins. And the Tier 1 tower will go their way. So Necro unit, first one. Can't be purchased just yet, not with just this tower going down. The towers belong to them, and they're coming in Pain for the Shadow Shaman. Spend your money quick, man. Fissure. Does he spend it? Yep. Buys it before death. Accepts the fact that he is completely toast. He shocks up the Rubik quickly. Maybe allowing TC to get a kind of follow-up if they do stick around, but they don't stick around. But the Brewmaster also tanked up that Viper Strike. He doesn't really care about that too much. With 10-1 charges up his sleeve, he'll find the Naga Siren out here. But Blink Deck is still on cooldown. Juke's one way, Juke's the other. Now comes in, Drunken Brawler, lets the clap, but off target, the clap will be stolen. But there's no way for Barsha to get in any kind of range to use it. The center of his Blink Dagger? On the Courier? No. Oh, Klutz, you're a long way behind. Third lowest net worth. The bottom 3 belong to Pain. And one of the most critical heroes as well. They don't have initiation apart from his ultimate now. And they need to have that Blink Dagger while you've got double blinks. Shadow Shaman and Brewmaster having his. Get all the jump in they require. Now Mass Serpent War's committed to bring down the bottom tier 2 tower. TC, 1,000 life points. This time, 1,000 gold, sorry. Almost 1,000 life points, so both can be accurate. Middle lane, they got the jump on. SNA jumping King Red. They need more. Swap. Yeah, drags him back, which means the Stampede very ineffective. The Urn Charge has already been used. Blink Dagger in a moment. The Naga Sleep will allow King Red to escape. As well as 40 yard to walk himself away. They're chasing though. TC's right behind him. The Naga going a long way west. And Pain get themselves out. Naga Sleep at the perfect time. Well, at the same time, they still lost their tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. The bottom tier 2 tower now takes the first damage from a melee creep, but still first damage. And
Radiant's
7-2 on the
top
board.
tower is under attack.
With over 10,000 net worth advantage. Experience not as much. But this is what Nyx Assassin are counting on. Not the experiences, like kills. Like, that's great for them. But what they want is the towers. These towers need to be brought down. That's where they get the momentum. That's where they get the big items from. That's where they limit the farming space of the Naga Siren, who's getting very close to that relic. 14 minutes in and only 100 gold away. The Brewmaster will be on the way into the jungle. Plots. If they only had an observer board up on the top, he would blink in, he'd clap, and he'd split and get away with murder. And instead he looks down towards the bottom lane where 40R is pushing again. And the middle lane, where you got a blinking Shadow Shaman about to initiate with fluff and stuff. I don't know if just the two of them have enough damage they can get the kill. If they committed mass serpent wars, then they probably would, but you don't really want to do that for just an easy pick-off. TC in trouble. They're coming in, Centaur ulti, the pickup, and no flame gun up and running. Now he does. And they're going to tank up a lot. Syrian Chains Prophet ulti, he gets away. Spirit out to the side, the one defensive Spirit. 80 life points and 46 left over on the other one. While in middle lane, well, I said they have mass serpent wars, he can try and get this kill. Wasn't really being serious about that. The swap will cancel the TP and Fluff is tough. Has to put himself in the ward trap. The Shaman will remain too close, but Fluff, he's still happy with that. They can be mass serpent ward, sure. But you lost a support for a core. Looks like he spent most of his money anyway. So maybe not the greatest advantage ever created by man. But either way. Pain Gaming. Oh, we got Baja. Just a TP out to safety again. Almost a full earn available. The Brewmaster now having a Vladimir's offering being purchased. Nice thing for him and his team. Gotta wait. Food's not ready yet. You want that Subway toasted? Extra 2 minutes, man. Extra 2 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Don't know why. Really don't know why. Assume misclick. Assume misclick from the Brewmaster. So, triggering the ultimate by accident. That'll be on cooldown for 2 minutes. And now having an illusion rune, so at least get his bottle charges and mana back up again. Just a slip of the fingers right there. Just a slip of the fingers. Ember Spirit still farming up this top lane rather aggressively, but 16 minutes in. He's right on target. Well, goodbye, Earthshaker.
You should be honored.
I guess you don't really need a Brewmaster ulti to get yourself a kill still. When you got 3 on 1. But TC sitting about 900 gold away. Courier?
Dire's courier has been killed.
So, Radiant's recipe is now on the
Dire's top tower
sidelines.
is under attack.
Naga's also used her sleep, so that's down. The Mass Serpent Walls will bring down the tier 2 tower. There seems to be some problems arising in the Pain Gaming lineup. They can pick up the relic now at least, but the Radiance has been delayed by 3 minutes. They would have had a 17-minute Radiance. And now they will not. 150 gold. Coming the way there of the Viper. Go pick up your relic, please. The Brewmaster will be scouting out for this. I don't know why the courier was. It's just miscontrol, micro. But in the meantime, Nyx Assassins capitalize on that fact. With no Radiance counter push, they just force the tier 2 tower, even the fortification coming up. And with this tower going down, even without this tower going down, TC will have a Battle Fury 18 minutes in. They'll have to wait for the courier to go back to base again. In fact, he may just TP back, pick it up, and then come back to the Spirit, which he just placed here. And then Nyx Assassins can try and breach high ground. Remember, they are battling against the clock. They do not want to have this Naga Siren get anywhere near the point of being a carry. So they're going to lock her inside of a base and throw away the key. And eventually break down the door. The door which they throw away the key for. Get my logic. Ned. It's just not enough. The level 3 Necro books are now up for IX Mike 88. And he's already bought himself an extra glove, and they found an opening. It's going to be Ned. Shackles on him, and the damage from TC. He still hasn't picked up this Battle Fury yet. A Sleight of Fist is available, but the Searing Chains is not. But they trigger the drum charges. Baja TPing himself out. The Primal Split being committed. And so will the Centaur ulti. And this Brewmaster, he has no reason to do that. And now Prophet. Well, that kind of felt like a bait. Necro units as well. You were dead. I'm really trying to comprehend what I'm saying. So the Brewmaster triggers his ultimate because he thinks, all right, I need my stun so he can get some kind of advantage here. Flubberstuff walks in, takes a huge amount of damage. The Nagasaran thinks, yes, I have myself a kill, but buys time for Nature's Prophet then to just TP himself into the engagement, trigger his Necro units, and Nagasaran goes down. So Nagasaran is also still on the sidelines with no Radiance for another 22 seconds until that courier respawns. They've lost Roshan, they've lost the Aegis Immortal. In 60 seconds time, actually in 77 seconds time, Nyx Assassins will push high ground. Well, the sneaky Nyx Assassins will push high ground. Because they'll have Mass Serpent Wards up. They might even have the extra 1,500 gold into the Brewmaster to give him his Aghanim Scepter. But the main other thing I'm looking for is the Necro units over on Ike's Mike 88. Once they're up, you're looking good. The Battle Fury is done. There's 1,200 gold on the Ember Spirit. So then buyback potential is also there for him, and he's still got this Aegis the Immortal. I don't think TC wants to wait too long for this. But Pain Gaming now. At least they're on the way for the BKB from King Red, but I don't think it's going to help him. The physical DPS control of the rest of his teammates is going to be too much. The Naga at least has her Radiance now. So upside, granted. But an Aghanim Scepter. What the... This is an 8,000 net worth roster. He doesn't even have level 2 Mass Serpent Wars, but he's got the Aghanim's upgrade with Arcanes and Blink Dagger. This guy is rolling in it. And now he's going to initiate. Please don't use wards. Just get the kill. That's all they need to do. Blink up. Sees King Red moving into the corner. Actually, no, he doesn't. The nightmare, the nighttime vision can't. Just kept it secret. The Mass Serpent Wards are coming off cooldown. He may as well throw him down for this fight. Necro units off cooldown. Brewmaster ulti is off cooldown. They're all ready to go. Even enough mana, enough gold almost for the full. Yeah, Maelstrom. Yep. And Baja's gonna need a moment. Coordinate the defense, boys. King Red's moving over. As far as buybacks available, what have we actually got for the dire side? Viper and the Centaur. Both have it available, but there's no Blink Dagger in for the Centaur. So it's still just his Stampede, and they have to use that to de-initiate. De-initiate, run away. Or if you run away inside your base right now, you lose your base. Blink, Mass Serpent Wars, there's your Ags upgrade. Baja sitting on the side, he kind of wanted that steal. Use a shock, use something. I think that might be the reason why Shadow Shaman's actually holding back here. Because if he gets stolen right now, those Mass Serpent Wards go with him. The Blink, the Clamp in. But they've already got the tier 3 tower down. They can't jump. The Nagasaran will throw the ulti out. But the Mass Serpent Wards are still bringing down this melee Rax. They'll mop them up quickly. The Centaur, hoof stomp to TC, doesn't even work. The Hex was there from the Shaman. That's why he was holding back so far. The Centaur will be dropped. The ulti will go and he'll buy back. Now what are you really going to get from this? The Brewmaster ulti still causing you problems. Flubberstuff with his stun. Baja burning down under the Brewmaster ultimate. They've brought down the melee Rax, they're coming in deeper. The swap back, catching Claws a little bit off guard. And there's your dieback from him. The Shaman will be brought down by this Nagasaran. And TC might want to try and do something about this because Flubberstuff's dying in the tree lines. And looks like he may even die himself. Searing Chains. Brewmaster. He can't blink into Clap. If he does so right now on the Viper and they get a Searing Chain off. 1 second. Blink in. There's your Clap. And then Spirit. Jump up. Jump down. Searing Chain will be used. So the Viper is on the sidelines. And TC's already starting to build into his secondary Battle Fury. But the bottom ranks is being shattered by Nyx Assassins. They break the base. They get the Brewmaster's Aghanim Scepter up and running. And TC just needs a little bit of time inside the jungle and he's good to go. A regeneration rune up on top. He'd love to have that. Well, up on top lane, maybe a little bit of over-aggression can be punished here by IX Mike 88. And the Radiance Burn's coming. He's going to TP and snare. Flute, got him. Mike is down. Down for the count. 50 seconds on the sideline. He finished up his Maelstrom at least, but doesn't really say that much. You got movement coming up from TC. Would love to get himself a kill. He's got the Shadow Shaman right behind him. Just a blink to Hex. He's going to need it straight away. And then, wait, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you really need to commit the wards there? These wards can be used to push the tier 2 tower in the middle lane. He only needed the Hex or the Shackle, or both. TC had more than enough damage to finish the job. But they will push high ground now. The splits off cooldown in 4 seconds time. There's still no Blink Dagger over on this Centaur. He's just building Abrasive for the moment. Some kind of tank ability. The Earthshaker Fissure. It'll catch the Brewmaster in, but then they just force-start him out. Oh, he split! And the Centaur triggered ultimate. He's like, please turn, please turn. I have this ultimate. We go high ground, alright? The bottom lane's almost pushed in. Fortification was at least baited out here by onto Pain. And the Brewmaster's gonna get this clap, Drunken Haze, something before split, stolen. You can see that coming from a mile away. Fissure gonna come out. Ix Mike 88, he's in trouble. SNA gonna get stunned up by this Brewmaster Earth Ruling. He still doesn't have a lot of damage on this Brewmaster, as in the splitted Brewmaster. And he jukes it. TPs. Ensnare though will never let this TP complete. He'll get a final clap off with one charge despite the TP scroll before death. Gold efficiency. And the Brewmaster's on the sideline. I'm sorry, I'm being negative. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be. It's been a rough night. It's been a rough night.
Invisibility.
BKB over on the Viper now. So at least got some extra immunity. So the Shaman can't control him and the VS can't fully control him. There's still obviously the swap available. Well, that's not perfect control. Well, this is a nice thing for the Shaman. Invis rune and he scouts out Ned. He can go straight into Shackles right now if he wants to. It would have had enough time. Fluff and Stuff and TC were on their way. I think it's actually the second Battle Fury done too. Yep. TC's already got the second BF. Versus best friends double. Alright. Shaman's got his wards this time around. I'm going to throw him down the high ground. And Fluff's got a lot of life points as well. That's getting rid of the illusions and the tree army. The creep wave's already moving up, which is all they really need to do. The tree army won't be out. The tree army is going to just support this engagement. With Necro units from Ix Mike 88 as well. And he's going to throw the Wrath of Nature the second they see enough heroes. That melee unit going down too quickly. The Hoof Stomp, the Mass Surf Moors are down, and they actually got the lockdown control on 40R. And again, they're going to use this timing of the Naga song to get rid of these Mass Serpent Wards. But that just means the rest of the time is initiation time. Fluff, big, long-range swap. The clap will come in and then instantly into the split. Fluff's being picked up and thrown down, which gives a nice AoE stun, but they force-staff him back. Magic Missile stun, he'll catch out the Earthshaker. And this tier 3 tower in the mid, one attack and it goes down. There it is, finally. Prophet will bring it down. The Earth Ruling, a little bit of trouble, and again that Brewmaster split being stolen and returned into them. But SNA back into his normal self. Just being stunned up a little bit. They got the return now of the Shadow Shaman. And Pain's losing too many heroes here. They've only got a buyback on the Viper and he's not even dead yet. And the bottom lane's already been forced out too far. Naga's trying to slow this down. But even a Naga will struggle to defend against this. Drunken Haze as well. Nope, they just keep hitting into her. Naga on the sideline for a minute. No buybacks, they'll take top ranks, and I think this may even be the GG call to come out shortly. Even with the return of the Earthshaker, there's no Blink Dagger on him, there's no Blink Dagger on the Centaur. There's just no initiation coming out from Pain. And every time, the only thing which they could use for initiation is the Naga Sleep, they use to mop up the Mass Serpent Wards. While yes, they're powerful, they don't get their initiation. Ned, 4-staff up, and well, the jump in from the Brewmaster. He'll throw away his own life for that, but then again with the swap out, the Wrath of Nature hit, he tanks up the Viper Strike. They bring down the melee ranks, it's full megas available, and the Searing Chains with Sleight of Fist jumps in for the clap, and the Spirits from TC. A double kill for Fluff and Stuff, full megas against him, only 2 heroes left alive. There is the call from King Red. The GG will be done, and Nyx Assassins and Pain, they will share the points 1 apiece in this matchup. But the Nyx Assassins, Sneaky Assassins night is not over yet. They have their final game now up against DD. We'll be beginning shortly, so stay tuned on the live stream. We're 8 minutes away from the official starting time. The beautiful thing about doing 2 game series, you have very little breaks between it because everything is, like, there's no best of 3s. There's no 1 hour breaks as we wait for another game. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Our next game in just a moment's time.